Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I'm talking about the new moon in Cancer on June 28th. At least that's where it is in my time zone, maybe different on yours. And it is in the degree of 7 degrees. So and before I get started, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified of all of my uploads. So I love doing new moon videos because the lunar calendar was how all people used to live their life, because they recognized the system and the cycles of the planting season and the tides, all is connected to the moon. And so when we have that new moon, which really is the dark moon, and we start seeing that silver crescent, we are initiating a new cycle. And when we tune into that cycle, we can make big changes and make big goals happen, because especially if you know where the sign hits in your chart. Hits it, yeah. So now we have new moon in Cancer, and Cancer is cardinal water. And the cardinal signs take action. They're action takers. And the water is all about emotion and safety and creativity. And so Cancer is considered the mothering sign. They take action to protect their young and to build the nest and create a safe place. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a mother or you have children, but it's also how we nurture ourselves, our home life, how we comfort ourselves, how we find comfort in the world. Because, we always want to have a comfortable home life, but it doesn't matter whether you have children or you grew up in that home life, but also, our nest where we relax at the end of the day and we feel refreshed. So we're taking action to create an emotional place. Well, maybe not, but I mean emotion, a place where emotions can be expressed. And Cancer is considered basically in it likes to be the moon in Cancer because it's a very mature aspect, because again, that protective taking action to build that nest and having a safe place to express your feelings. And Cancers can be very kind of sensitive sometimes. The emotions can come up very quickly because you're safe. You can feel that safety in that. And so what we're being tasked with right now is to find where we need that emotional expression and that emotional safety. Because again, that's what cardinal is creating that safe place so we can express ourselves without shame or feeling bad. It's safe. I know it's kind of the safe space has been kind of taken over, but it's really about where you can let down your hair and feel your feelings and grow to be a more responsible in feeling that emotional intelligence. So that's another way of thinking about Cancer. It's really that emotional intelligence which feels free to express and comfortable without holding it in. So the other thing about this Cancer new moon is that it's on 7 degrees. And I talk a lot about what my teacher, Connie Kaplan, has this huge system of every degree is something different. But 7 degrees refers to generosity, and it is associated with the animal devas, which are not the animals themselves, but the overlighting presence that kind of works with them, like all of it. We all have these overlighting presence. And so that generosity is allowing yourself to share with no feeling like you have to have it coming back. Because that's really what animals, they give and they give. And we're animals too. But we have the higher levels. So that generosity, and it also shows up in the sternum. We have this flowing energy because we are not just flesh and bone and blood. We have cosmic energies that are going through us all the time. We can't feel them, they're portals. It's like the chakras. We have the 7 chakras, but we have so many other chakras that are constantly coming in and out of our body. So it's a lot of flow, and the more we flow with it, the more we will become more comfortable with our emotional expression and also sharing that, because again, 7 degrees is generosity. So we're given an opportunity to allow ourselves to share in that spot of the astrology wheel of where it shows up in your chart. So what you need to do is take a look at where 7 degrees Cancer shows up in your chart, and then you're going to see where that location is going to be that you are being called to express your emotion, or it maybe not even express your emotion, but allow others. It's not always about us. Sometimes it's to allow others to express their emotion. And we have a place where we can be emotionally free to express things. Now, again, when you think of emotion, people think of like negative emotion, but sometimes it's just being nurturing, this nurturing feeling of safety and comfort. It's not always like crying or anger, it's really about, I feel safe here. This is the place where I can be myself and I can share my thoughts and feelings. And so that's kind of what we're getting tasked to do right now, is finding that, taking action to create a place where we can be ourselves and relax and not feel like I have to be something that I'm not, or I feel like I'm something I'm not. You can be yourself and you feel safe communicating and expressing what you're feeling. And that's what we're going to be doing this month, is really working on that. And when we do that, when we express our feelings in a way that doesn't shame others or blame others, because this is not, it's really about just expressing it and talking about it and feeling safe with it. So this is what we're going to do, is we're going to build this safety place where it shows up in your chart. And for me, it's in the house of career, which is kind of interesting. And that's where I'm tasked to feel this sense of safety. I can express myself and allow my clients and people that I work with to feel a safe place that we can express the emotion. And sometimes it's some beauty or pleasure, or I'm so overwhelmed by the world and the beauty. It's like really coming into this nurturing world. And again, that cardinal energy, because we think of the cardinal, fixed and immutable. That cardinal energy is like a river that's flowing. It's taking action. And then like Scorpio is like this lake. And then Pisces is like the ocean. I mean, there's just so much water energy. And water, the thing about water is water fills all the spaces. So whatever space it is, it's going to fill that. Water, and the other thing about water is our bodies are mostly water. And the water responds to our bodies. So again, we're feeling comfort in our body because it's full of water. And so these are things to kind of meditate on, to think about the theme of this cycle before we go to Leo. But right now we're in this water cycle and this nurturing Cancer energy. So just think about how you can kind of relax into it. Because think about the lunar cycle. It's not like I'm going to force myself, I'm not going to work. It's really receptive, because the moon's energy is really receptive. We're going to allow ourselves to receive the blessing of kind of like the mother goddess giving her love to a safe place that we can be ourselves. That's how I see it. And that's how I'm going to call it. So I hope you guys get this feeling, because it's starting here. Probably this evening we're going to have that new moon. And the thing about the new moon is that it's not like it's just this one time. It's where it shifts over. And so when we start seeing that silver crescent before it gets to be the quarter moon, that's where you're going to do your affirmations and create new goals, because this is the potent time to make goals so it grows into the full moon. All right, you guys, so I'd love to hear about any of your goals or your things that come up after I talked about this, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So take care, and I will see you next time. And oh, by the way, so I do have this free group called Creative Soul Alignment, and it's all about for people that are interested in creativity and spirituality. Because here's the deal, we are all creative, and you create your life with every decision that you make. And also, we are here to create a world that works for all of us. And the first thing we're going to do is visualize it. This is a perfect time right now because we want to feel safe on planet Earth, and hold it in your hearts. And we will change the world. All right, take care. Bye.